What's up, everybody? ArrgThePirate here, and welcome back to another Free Skin Saturday. We're playing a little Op and Clash, and we're a little bit late to the lane. We end up losing out on red, but is what it is. Now, let's go over his kit, build, all that good stuff before we get into the giveaway. I'm going to start out with Mage's Blessing, Tiny Trinket, 3 healing potions, 2 mana potions, and Aegis. Tiny Trinket is rank 1 of Bancroft's, if you didn't know that, guys. And then I'm going to build Shoes of the Magi, Bancroft's Warlock Staff, Spear of Desolation, Soul Reaver, Hide of the Urchin, and pick up beads for my last relic. Now, I know what some of y'all are going to say. Hey, man, you need to pick up Warlock Staff earlier. And if this was Clash, I probably would. But since this is Siege, where it's a much faster game, you know, you're getting into big team fights. You can see we're already getting into these big fights very early on. Bancroft's is just a stronger item. It's got some decent sustain, and, you know, hey, that's just going to allow us to stay in lane a little bit longer, all that kind of good stuff. And that's really why I'm going this way. But if I was playing Clash, I probably would start out with Warlocks. And I would probably pick it up before I'd even get Boots. Because Opwash does have a little bit of struggle with mana. Because, you know, he loves spamming abilities. You know, to really do some decent damage to somebody, you need to hit him with all 3 abilities. So, really, you know, that's kind of going to change things. But let's go over his kit. First up, we have his passive, Hollowed Ground. Opwash lowers the cooldown of Undead Surge and Corpse Explosion by 2 seconds and restores 5% of his maximum health and 3% of his maximum mana when running over decaying corpses. So, with your 1 and your 3, when you put those corpses down, you can then pick them up to lower those cooldowns and, again, heal yourself, give yourself a little better sustain. Next up, we have Undead Surge. Opwash raises up to 2 decaying corpses from the underworld. That siege forward, exploding on anything that they touch when they reach maximum distance or when Opwash reactivates Undead Surge, dealing damage and slowing the targets that hit. The corpses collapse after exploding and remain behind. Now, once you hit level 3 with your 1, that's when you get 2 corpses. You start out with 1 in rank 1 and 2 are only a single corpse, so you want to basically rank up your 1 first. Next up, we have Corpse Explosion. Opwash causes a target area to explode, dealing damage. But the Corpse Explosion also explodes other corpses that are laying around. So if you've got 3 corpses laying on the ground, each one of them explode, and the corpses explode for more damage than the actual Corpse Explosion ability does. So guys, this should be the ability that you rank up last. You want to get a ton of corpses on the ground, cause them all to explode, and then do tons and tons of damage. Fleeting Breath is his 3, and if you read it, it can get a little confusing, so I'm going to just kind of simplify it. You basically throw a corpse at somebody, or you throw a little bottle or whatever at somebody, and a corpse lands on the ground when you hit them. If you hit an enemy, they take ticking damage over 4 seconds. But the kicker is, if they get healed by anything during that 4 seconds, at the end of that 4 seconds, they are stunned and take additional damage, which that is absolutely huge, especially with pretty much every mage out there running some sort of lifesteal. You're almost always going to stun somebody after 4 seconds with this ability. So this is a great ability, and it puts another corpse on the ground. So, you know, if you just use your 1 and your 3, boom, that's 3 corpses on the ground. You can Corpse Explode them, and then they're going to take that ticking damage. Oh, it works so well, guys. Lastly, we have probably the biggest zoning ultimate within Smite, Empty the Crypts. Opwash unleashes an army of wraiths from the 9th hell that swarm forward and deal damage to enemies they collide with. And you can see me using it there. It's just a humongous AoE, guys. It doesn't do just a ton of damage, but it's a great zoning tool, and you can hit the entire team with it. So if you get into a team fight, boom, throw it down, and they can leave or stick around, take that just steady burn over 6 seconds. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, Alex Jackson and JM96 Rock, y'all are the winners of the codes this week. Congratulations, y'all too. Get in touch with me somehow, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, email, however you want to get in touch with me, and I'll get those codes to y'all. Now, the winners of last week's video have not gotten in touch with me. Guys, the codes expire, so if you win, you have to, you've got about a week to get in touch with me, or I'm going to give that code away again. And I gave that code away through my live stream. Guys, if you want another chance to win those codes, get on live streams. And I'm actually going to change this up. I'm going to go back to giving away one code on Saturdays, on the video of Saturdays, and then I'm going to give one code away on, as of right now, on my Tuesday streams. So if you haven't done it already, please join me on Twitch for another chance to win those codes. And, you know, hey, guys, there's way less people that are watching my live streams than on YouTube, so you've got a much better chance if you're on those Tuesday streams. Now, guys, as of right now, since I'm moving, all that good stuff, I've got just a lot of moving parts, and I do not have a set schedule of when I'm streaming. So please follow, and you'll get that notification of when I go live. I usually stream for a couple of hours, and during that time, in between matches, I'm going to give that code away. All right, now let's get into the gameplay. So if you saw there, guys, I'm not sure if that's an invisible wall right there, or if I was just not close enough to, or far enough away from the wall. But your ones, they explode on everything, guys. So you definitely want to make sure you're not too close to a wall, anything like that, because yeah, they'll fall down dead right in front of you. Which it's unfortunate, but is what it is. Now we've had a pretty successful round so far. We're 1-0-3. You know, we've participated in 100% of kills, so that's always great. Except that one. And, you know, we got close enough to that one to get it, but Osiris is here. So, let's go ahead, head back there, and you can see I'm going to instantly use my ultimate. I've created this huge zone of danger for him. We're going to follow that up with our 3. Luckily, we had enough mana, and sure enough, we're able to burn him down. Awesome. Awesome play there, and you can see when you run over those corpses, you heal up a little bit. I see, hey, red just spawned in. Let's go ahead and snag red up, and you know, I'm out of mana, so I've just got to wait for this chalice to heal me back up, and sure enough, we're able to drop red. I go ahead and let Loki take it. You know, I might have to go back soon, so you know, it's better just let him take it, especially since Loki kind of, he's just okay in the beginning game. Sure enough, he's able to delete that ISIS, guys. We're having a great match. We're having a great match, and it's refreshing for once. Now from here, again, I'm picking up my bodies. I'm hitting my pot. I'm gonna go over to this blue, and you can see it definitely. I'm at 4 times speed right there, guys. Takes a while to do that. Now, I'm not sure what Raw was doing exactly there. He might have DC'd. I don't know. We end up going in on this ISIS. Unfortunately, she is able to take out Neath, but Nike ends up deleting her, and that's what we want. And you saw I put that zone down. You know, I pretty big zone there, and Neath's able to jump out of that. It's unfortunate, but you know, Neath is pretty tricky, and low-key follows that up. Awesome. You know, it's also nice having a Loki that's just not constantly feeding. Gotta say that. But hey, we're doing work. We end up going in on this tower, and you know, it'd have been nice if we would have had a little bit more rotation. I think my team's, you know, they're prioritizing red over taking that tower out, and you know, that tower's so low at this point, we're gonna be able to take it out when, you know, the next minion that goes in there, we'll be able to take it out. And I'm getting a ton of free poke on that Osiris there. That's great. And again, this tower is so low, guys, that I really want to get in there and push it down. It would just take a single hit. It would take a single hit, but me being the god that I am, you know, I'm not going to push in there because I've got no escape. Even though my ultimate is offline or online now, yeah, that's not an escape, it's just a danger zone. And, you know, at these early stages, it's really a tickle fight danger zone. Now from here, I forget to put my relic on. Of course, I end up putting on beats, heading back down this, guys, I don't know what they call the lanes. Is it our lane and their lane? Because the way the kind of fountains are, I don't know what they call the lanes. But I end up heading down, I'm just going to call it our lane. And then we go in on this Osiris. You see, we got some decent poke on him. Wasn't a huge amount, but it was definitely some decent poke. We did burn our ultimate for it, and, you know, it is what it is. Puch's ultimate is... It's definitely not a killing ultimate. It's a more of, hey, get out of here ultimate. And I think it works pretty well at that. And you can see Osiris, he should have backed off already. But he's staying in, which is, you know, that's good for us. let him stay in. We're going to be able to go in on this tower, get a little bit of poke on this tower, hopefully. And you can see their team is just coming in staggered like this, guys, which... You know, it's strange to say the least, I guess. You know, and we're just picking them off one at a time, keeping them on those stagger deaths, and that's great. That's what we want as a team, and we can get these minions into tower finally and start poking this tower down. Now, my Nike and Anubis end up going to the other side of the tower to fight this, and you know, I follow that up, but hey, you know, I'll push. I don't got a whole lot. You know, and we got to get out of here. We got to get out. I'm just kind of dodging around. And, you know, when you're kind of running around those obstacles like that, try to keep an eye on the minimap. And you can see, hey, maybe someone shows up and, you know, you can head back the same way to safety. Get out that way. Sure enough, we're able to. We finally finish off our Warlock staff. And I'm going to start building some pin. You know, get that spear online so we can really start hurting people. So we've got some good sustain now with our Warlocks, and we're at the level where we can actually start clearing waves fairly quickly. So, you know, that's great. That's exactly what we want, and we're going to start hurting, guys. Now, you see, now compared to when we took the blue buff out earlier, you can see there's such a huge difference. And, you know, we haven't just upgraded a ton since then. It was only, you know, 1.5 items. So really, it's a huge power spike. And, you know, that's great. Not to mention, you know, the handful of levels we've gone up. We're going to end up going in on this. You know, I'm trying to get some poke on them. Let's get some poke on them. Let's get these corpses laying all over the ground so in case someone comes behind us, we can, you know, deal with that. We have some rotation. I'm not wasting time. I'm getting out. I go ahead and throw that zone down. You can see, zone them out. They're not crossing that zone. It allows me and Nike to get to safety. Exactly what we want, guys. Our Loki deletes their Loki. It's Battle of the Lokis. They're both like rank 8 Lokis too. So they really want to show each other up. Luckily, our Loki's the one that's winning. Now Anubis gets caught out here, so you know it's unfortunate. You know, he's just like me. We don't have escapes. He gets stunned. Nike tried to peel for him, couldn't do it, and then now she's caught out. Gets CC'd to death. Oh, feels bad. But if you see there, I just stunned Isis and Osiris because they received heals after getting hit with my 3 while they were taking that tick damage. That's huge. And we're able to finish off that Isis, you know, no problem. Unfortunately, Loki went right in the middle of that cluster and he's going to go down. But hey, we can stand here. We can try to defend. Let's see if we can make something happen. You know, keep poking them. You know, that's as Opwash, poke is our game. And, you know, keep throwing those corpses out there. Get a big bomb on them. Just take them all out eventually. Now, I'm going to head over to our lane, which, remember, that's what I'm calling it. And we're going to be able to, you know, clean this up. Let's go ahead and pick those corpses up. Since those corpses are sitting there, you know, they're not really offering anything. I'm not going to explode somebody right there anytime soon. Let's just go ahead and pick them up and be done with it. And, you know, same here. Let's pick those guys up and, you know, continue pushing. Now, coming up, we're able to use our ultimate to really zone some gods out, and, you know, I definitely want to kind of show this aspect of his ultimate off. Now, if you see Osiris is going in, and you can see their team is coming in, I'm going to get right here in the way, use my ultimate. That's going to keep their team out of this fight and allow us to take out Osiris. And, you know, it kept them separated from us. You know, we isolated their team, and that's exactly what you want to do with his ultimate, you know, or one way to use his ultimate, because if you can do that, that's huge. Yeah, not allowing them to, you know, come in behind us, which if they did, they're going to be taking a ton of poke already and hopefully come in half health anyways. And awesome, and taking out Osiris, and we're both pretty squishy teams. We have Nike, they have Osiris. Taking that out, that's big. Now coming up, we have our first close call of the game. We go in on this Isis here, and you know we're getting some work done. We got to use our Aegis to get out, and Loki's there to save me. Aw, Neith would have definitely taken me out if Loki didn't show up. That's great rotation by our team. Awesome play. Now I am going to go ahead and back, and, you know, we're going to put on that spear, start working towards Soul Reaver, and, hey, let's take out the thing in the middle. I don't know what it does, but let's take it out. It's got to help. Sure enough, we delete that thing. Arrg gets kind of cut out, and I create that zone. I did that just way too late, though. And, you know, I walked right into tower because, you know, that line was there, but that wasn't the line for the damage. I'm trying to just continue that poke, you know. Sure, I'm taking a couple of tower hits, but, you know, no big deal. And, you know, with the towers being a little bit different in this, you know, it works. Now, Isis was behind us, and sure enough, we're able to rotate over, and we're able to delete her. Unfortunately, she did take out our Neath, but, you know, hey, we're trading damage dealers at this point, and, you know, everybody's kind of a damage dealer, so no big deal. Now, Raw, we're gonna take out Raw. You know, we had our stun on, or we had our 3 on him, so if he ever healed himself, he was gonna get stunned, and then Anubis wrapped him up. Didn't stand a chance. We're gonna keep a ton of pressure up on this our lane's Phoenix. You know, at this point in the match, we should be able to take this out. You know, I'm really avoiding Osiris, but, you know, I'm like, you know what, someone else has aggro, let's go ahead and do some work to him. Loki's able to go in and finish him off. You know, awesome play. We're making the plays, guys. Now from here, yeah, hey, we need to back off. Let's take out their blue. We go and push their lane a little bit, but, you know, they start spawning in. Let's get out. Let's wait for them to make a mistake. I'm going to rotate back to my lane, or our lane, and Isis is here. I'm going to go in on her. Let's see what this guy can do. I haven't played a whole lot of Offwash, so let's risk it. And Loki shows up, and guys, Isis uses her ultimate, and I know she's going to want to stay in it, so, hey, let's go in on him. We're able to get tons of damage off, and we hit her with that 3, so we got that poke, and I'm in trouble now, though. My team rotates over, gives me a great escape. Close call number 3, baby. Oh, man, you know, but, hey, you can see we didn't really go in there and just, boom, Isis is dead like a lot of other casters. And even, I think Isis has more kind of burst. We need to get a little bit of setup. You know, we get those corpse explosions on, we get all that good stuff. The more corpses, the more damage. You know, it takes us a little bit time and preparation to actually make something happen. And if you're playing a very, you know, elusive god, you're gonna miss him with that corpse explosion. You're gonna miss him with, you know, you might hit him with your 1 and your 3, but you're not gonna be able to blow those corpses up because they're just running around everywhere. So you can kind of see there is a little bit of difference to playing Offwash as opposed to playing other, you know, just burst mages. We end up picking up the Center Serpent again, and, you know, awesome. So I'm going to head down their lane, and, baby, I remember, I'm Offwash. I'm going to just charge them, put down my huge zone of danger. Unfortunately, Isis was the person I picked to die. She pushed up a little bit, and you saw she had such a far distance to go, taking that ult damage the entire time. If she went onto my side of the ultimate, my team was there to just beat her to pieces. But she went on there, you know, she ran all the way through the tower, and hit with that ultimate the entire time, and I'm just sitting in her back poking her to death. Oh, worked out absolutely amazing. We're able to go in on this Phoenix. You know, of course Osiris is here, and once I see someone else is taking aggro, I'm gonna go in on that, maybe make something happen. I'm missing a ton of my abilities though, and he's able to get into the tower. Oh, that is unfortunate, but hey, we took down that Phoenix. You know, let's end, right? We got this, right? And I go ahead and, you know, use a couple of abilities. Now, once you get out of range of the Titan, you know, it's just like everything else. It resets. You can't do any damage to it, but no problem. We're going to push this lane in, and, you know, we should be able to force something to happen. If we can take another person out, anything like that, that'd be great. Osiris comes in. He is upset, guys. Their Loki shows up. You know, let's get out a little bit. We've almost got our ultimate, you know, but it's just not going to be fast enough. Their Osiris is just unbelievably upset with our Anubis, and I create that danger zone again, guys. My team's going down like flies, though. We got to get out of this situation. I go ahead and beads that. You know, let's keep running. I see Loki shows up. I'm gonna just turn and fight him. You know, once I saw that Neath ult coming in, Loki not only helped me take out Osiris, but he was able to block that Neath ult for me. Oh, that's game. That's game. They end up surrendering. Close call number 3. Oh, Loki, the champ, man. Oh, that was great. I don't know if that was an accident that he blocked that needed shot, but what a champ. We ended up a perfect game, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this Upwash guide. I really hope y'all enjoyed. And if you did, show me some love. Leave me a comment. Think about subscribing. Add me on Smite, guys. Now, I've also got my Twitch set up, so come watch some streams. And, you know, hey, I'll probably play other games as well. So, again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.